Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be presenting as part of the Alaska Anthropological Association virtual showcase, and I appreciate the opportunity to share my research with you all. Today, I'm going to give you an overview of the Alaska Range Uplands project. I'll start by providing some big picture context to my research. I'm interested in human use of marginal ecosystems. These environments are characterized by climate extremes and low productivity and represent challenging landscapes for humans to make a living in. Once humans arrived in North America, there's a trend towards increasing land use intensification over time, including increased use of marginal landscapes, broadening diet, and introduction of new food processing techniques. However, there's debate over the timing of land use intensification, with some researchers arguing that it began towards the end of the Pleistocene, and others pointing towards clearer signals in the middle to late Holocene. So I'm interested in what human use of marginal landscapes can tell us about the process of human settlement of the Americas and the timing of land use intensification. These research questions are relevant to current debates about the history of human use of the earth and how we define the Anthropocene. My research in Alaska focuses on human use of marginal landscapes in the Upland Alaska Range, and that's through this Alaska Range Uplands project. And this is a long-term research program investigating human adaptive strategies and high-altitude ecosystems through lithic, sediment, pollen, and plant macrofossil records. This project is really the first comprehensive ecological and archaeological study of the Alaska Range. The goal of this research is to address the timing, nature, and environmental context of upland land use over time. And so this research comprises geoarchaeological research consisting of survey and testing for new archaeological sites to answer the question of when humans first started occupying the Alaska Range and how intensity of land use changed over time. It also consists of paleoecological research, studying upland environments over time to set the environmental context for human occupation. There's also a lithic technological component, reconstructing human land use patterns and adaptive strategies through the lithic assemblages that they leave behind to answer this question of understanding the nature of the occupation over time. I've conducted research in the Savage River Basin in Denali National Park and Preserve, in the uplands of the Nenana River Valley. And most of my research has been focused in a long-term field study in the Upper Susitna River Basin on the southern flank of the Alaska Range. And so through the Alaska Range Uplands project at these various research locations, we've documented long-term human use of the Alaska Range, beginning in the terminal Pleistocene and continuing through the historic period. Bringing it back around to the big picture research questions I'm interested in, we've documented more intensive use of the upland starting in the middle Holocene, represented by sites like Butte Creek 1 in the Upper Susitna Basin, where we have hearth features and dense accumulations of lithic material and bone. This contrasts with earlier, more ephemeral use of this study area. And so ongoing research is focused on better understanding the environmental context of upland use and the factors driving more intensive upland use over time. The Alaska Range Uplands project is just one facet of a broad research program in the Environmental Archaeology Research Laboratory at in the Department of Anthropology at Washington State University. Our research in the Environmental Archaeology Research Lab is focused broadly on understanding human-environment interactions in the past and is grounded in environmental archaeology and archaeological science. And so I encourage you to check out our website for more information, and please get in touch to discuss research and graduate degree opportunities. Thank you.